Sa ating sports banter ay makakasama natin live sa studio ang founder ng Go for Gold na si Mr. Jeremy Go. Sir, welcome to PTV Sports.
Thank you, thank you. We're very happy to be here. Thank you for having us.
Sir, para lang sa mga teammates natin na hindi pamilyar, can we take them back to the very start? Paano po kayo nagsimula sa sports industry at bakit niyo po napili na mag-focus dito sa pagsusuporta sa mga Filipino athletes?
Well, I guess ang simula niyan, because na in love ako sa sports, specifically cycling. So, siguro 10, 15 years ago, I started doing mountain biking and then nagustuhan ko talaga siya. So, syempre pag ginagawa mo yung sport, nami-meet mo yung mga athletes. And then, na-realize ko na maraming, while of course may government support naman for our athletes, alam naman natin na kulang talaga compared sa mga mayayaman bansa. So, syempre, tinry natin silang tulungan. Una, maliliit na bagay. Up until mga 2017 na na-realize ko na we have an opportunity here to really help by establishing a sports program. So, through yung company namin, yung Scratch It, na produkto ng PCSO, nagtayo tayo ng sports program na tawag na Go for Gold. Specifically supporting originally yung mga siklista natin, mga national team athletes natin, and then mga triathletes. Ngayon, yung program natin has grown to support mga other sports also, yung mga sports that maybe get overlooked pero maraming chance yun Philippines.
Sir, nabanggit niyo nga po resources. At ito yung main task nyo sa ating mga atleta. Can you just share with us yung journey nyo? Gaano ka-challenging na mag-provide ng finance and resources and opportunities para sa mga sinusuportahan nating atleta?
Of course, the main challenge talaga is funding. It's never enough. You know, I always tell naman yung mga athletes na sa totoo lang maraming nag-approach sa amin. Of course, asking for help. But kung hindi lang yung pera natin, tutulungan natin lahat ng tao. But unfortunately, hindi. So we have to pick and choose, which is always the hardest thing. You have to find the best athletes to give the resources to. And unfortunately, that means that may mga iba you have to say no to. It's always heartbreaking to say no because I believe naman every athlete has a passion. Diba? That they really want to be the best that they can be. And kung kaya natin silang tulungan, we try to. But when you have to say no to someone, it really hurts, right? And not just for them, but for us also.
Yeah. Pero Sir Jeremy, you've mentioned before na naniniwala tayo sa potentials ng mga Filipino cyclists natin dito sa Pilipinas. No? Paano po ba yung program natin para sa kanila na mapataas palalo yung level ng kanilang performance?
Okay, so number one, it starts with talent identification. I think that is the first thing na talagang when I started this program, selling the coaches, I want to do things differently. Ayoko yung parang kung sino lang yung mga kilala na, di ba? Parang nire-recycle lang, and then sila lang yung nakakarera, sila lang yung ganon. Sabi ko, in order for us to be better as a nation, kailangan we change things. So we really start by getting the grassroots athletes, the young athletes, and then giving them more exposure at a young age. Para, kasi yung mga kalaban natin sa mga ibang bansa, bata pa lang parang nagko-compete na eh. Diba? Like, I give you Japan as an example. They have a very thriving high school, even grade school na league. So, at a young age, the kids, they learn to race at a higher level. So, that's what we want. In fact, sobrang happy ako na meron ng Batang Pinoy program which I believe is still ongoing.
Yes.
Diba? The cycling, I think, ended yesterday, but there are other events still ongoing because it gives an opportunity for young athletes to compete against the very best of the Philippines. And nakikita mo talaga sino tumataas. As you know, syempre, a lot of our young athletes, we were talking about this earlier, come from parang poorer families. So
Yes,
they
yes.
can't really afford to, like this time, the Batang Pinoy was in Puerto Princesa. So imagine if they had to fund themselves, it would be almost impossible. Kaya with the Batang Pinoy, at least may support sila sa LGU, nakakapunta sila, they can raise themselves. And kami naman, being yung mga part of yung talent identification, nakikita namin kung sino yung mga batang umaangat talaga.
Alright. And part of that, si John Andre Agua, sir, no? Kakasabak lang niya sa world nung nakarang taon. Pero this time po ba, ano po bang balak natin sa kanya? Kasi parang ine-expose natin siya sa mga international competitions, mas maraming international competitions. Ano po bang dahilan natin or anong gusto nating mangyari or development para sa kanya?
Well, si John is a good example of what our program is trying to do. Di ba? Na parang, I think he started with 16 years old. So you spot a young talent, an extraordinary talent, you spot them, and then you give them opportunity to race abroad. So that, of course, una training.
Yeah.
You need to ensure na, syempre when we met him, he was already a very talented rider, pero alam namin there's certain things that he needs to improve on. So we spent some time improving those aspects of his craft, diba, of his sport. And then, we had him race na abroad. Like, I think his first race was in Thailand, and then ganon. Up until the point na we were comfortable. Sige, mag-worlds tayo.
Yeah.
Right? Nag-Japan kami, nag-worlds tayo. And then, so nakikita na siya abroad. In fact, I think this is one of the times talaga na I can say that yung mga ibang bansa, nilalapitan kami na sabi, uy, yung rider nyo is really extraordinary. He's developing very well. So hopefully nga next year when he becomes a elite racer, meaning hindi na siya junior athlete, he will carry that with him. I would caution, of course, that we can expect the same level of results now that he is up against the best in the world. Pero hopefully, he will use these next few years to learn and become better.
And aside from that, gusto ko rin na i-congratulate kayo, Sir Jeremy Go, dun sa Go for Gold series natin na tagumpay, successful run this year. So, pwede niyo po ba ibahagi sa amin kung ano yung mga balak natin for next year? Kasi parang you've mentioned before din na balak natin palakihin ito next year. No, meron na po ba tayo naisip na mga lugar kung saan to gagawin or gaganapin?
Well, definitely we want to include more venues. So ayusin pa lang namin yan. We're working, kasi as you know, Go for Gold also works with a lot of other events. So we want to make sure that hindi tayo nagbabanggaan ng dates. We want to give people as much opportunity as possible to race. Because that was the whole reason behind the Go for Gold race series is to give opportunities for people to race. Like I said earlier, a lot of these athletes, they don't have the funding. That's why we go to them. Right? That's why we want to have more events. Definitely Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao. We're looking at New Clark City as one of our venues. BCD has always been a very good partner of us. And if you remember this year, diba, we did it in Sacobia Bridge.
Yeah.
And then we will look for other venues in Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Yun recently concluded ASEAN Mountain Bike in Pasig City, where our team competed, has also expressed interest naman in having a road bike race there. So that's something that we might look at as well.
Alright. This is good for Filipino athletes, no? Rather than Filipino cyclists, no? Kasi maganda tong opportunity para sa kanila dahil nakikita natin na yung paglago ng cycling dito sa Pilipinas, talagang lumalago naman talaga.
Sir, kanina binanggit nyo, isa sa mga ginagawa nyo ay talent identification. And as much as we want to help everyone na gustong kailangan ng suporta, you have to pick and choose.
Yeah.
So, tanong ko lang po, is this something, yung pag-identify ng talent, kasi parang scout na rin kayo, sir. Is this something na na-develop mo throughout the years o talagang meron kang natural eye for it?
I think it's a little bit of both. Diba? Parang, siyempre, Go for Gold, we've been doing it since 2017. So, it's been a few years. Siyempre, meron din kaming napili na hindi okay. So you learn from that eh. So you learn which aspects to look for. And sometimes the very best athletes, there's really something special about them. I was telling earlier, si John Andre, we were talking, di ba, before this. When I first saw him, I've never met him before. And then, in fact, I don't think he's ever raced outside of Bicol at the time. But sa start pa lang, I was already telling yung coach, si Coach Eds, you watch this kid, I think he's going to win. And true enough, nanalo siya. Because there's something about him eh, na parang, and I learned that about him the more that we spend time, para he has a single-minded focus. You can see that when he races. You can see that in everything that he does. Na yung priority talaga niya is to be better at sport.
Actually, what I admire John Andre Aguja, no? He's already at 45 UCI ranking, world ranking points, no? So, ano masasabi mo about that, sir? Kasi malaking bagay ito para sa Philippine cycling na, yun nga, no? Bata pa lang siya, nasa top 50 na siya. Pero anong masasabi mo about that, sir?
Ako, I'm very happy about that. Because, yes, he is top 45 in the world sa junior rankings after the recently concluded event sa Pasay City. But what is extraordinary about that is he's the highest ranked Asian junior, right? Hard for us to compete against the European riders because they have so many more events in Europe. They have more opportunities to gain points. Now, I'm not saying na if we were there, we could get the same number of points that they are.
Yeah.
Of course. While we are a very good rider, John is a very good rider in the Asian level, we all know it's different sa Europe. When he raced the Worlds, I think he got 70th place. Although I don't believe that's representative of his actual skill. It's also kasi, syempre, nakakaba. Diba? First time mo to compete in Europe against the very best in the world. Meron din dala nun. Next time he goes to Europe, I'm sure he will do a better job. Pero I don't expect naman that he'll dominate there like he is dominating here. Diba?
Actually, maganda yun, no? Kasi yung pagdating kasi sa European mga league, no? Iba talaga ang level doon, maski sa basketball eh.
Oo.
'Di ba? Maski sa basketball kapag ang mga Filipino basketball players natin pinapadala sa European leagues, no? Talagang hindi tayo makahabol before.
Masusubok ka talaga pag dumating ka dun sa European stage.
So, yan na muna mga balita dito kay ating sports patron at Go for Gold sports patron, Jeremy Go. Huwag kayong bibitiw teammates dahil magbabalik pa ang PTV Sports.